What if I told you that one reckless decision, just one moment of weakness, changed the destiny of an entire nation? Two brothers, locked in a fight before they were even born. One blessing, one betrayal, and a family torn apart forever. This is the story of Jacob and Esau. Rebekah sat on a low stool outside her dusty tent. She held her round belly and winced. Inside, her babies kicked and rolled like two little goats butting heads. Hot air shimmered over the sand. Goats bleated in the pen. A fly buzzed near her ear. "Lord," she whispered through tight lips, "why is this happening to me?" In her heart, she heard an answer. "Two nations are in your womb. One brother will be stronger, but the older will serve the younger." Rebekah wiped sweat from her brow. The pain was still there, but now she knew God had a plan. On the day of birth, red clouds covered the evening sky. Inside the tent, midwives called, "Push, Rebekah, push!" First out was a hairy red baby. His skin felt like a tiny fur coat. Isaac laughed in surprise and named him Esau, hairy. While the midwife cleaned him, a small hand grabbed Esau's heel. Another baby slipped out, smooth and quiet. They named him Jacob, heel grabber. Two boys, same day, already wrestling. Years passed under the wide desert sky. Esau loved the wild. He ran over rocky hills, arrows ready, chasing deer. He smelled of sweat, smoke, and fresh meat. Isaac's face always lit up when Esau dropped a heavy animal at his feet. Jacob stayed near the tents. He herded sheep, mixed dough, and listened to stories around the fire. He learned how to season lentil stew until its sweet, spicy smell made every mouth water. Rebekah smiled each time he served her a bowl. Camp folks whispered, "Father loves Esau, Mother loves Jacob." The rope between the brothers pulled tighter. One late afternoon, Esau trudged home. His hunt had failed. Sunburn stung his neck. His stomach growled like a trapped dog. He smelled Jacob's thick red stew bubbling in a clay pot. Steam rose, carrying the scent of garlic, cumin, and fresh bread. "Quick, give me some of that red stuff," he begged, dropping to his knees. Jacob's dark eyes studied him. "First," he said softly, "sell me your birthright." Esau waved a shaky hand. "I'm dying of hunger. Take it, just feed me." Jacob handed him a wooden bowl. Esau slurped until red broth dripped down his beard. With each swallow, the birthright, double inheritance, and family lead slipped away. Wind rustled the tent flaps. Jacob's heart beat hard. He had gained a treasure, but the air felt heavy, almost sad. Later, Esau lay snoring on his mat, belly round and full. Jacob poked the glowing coals, thinking. The night was cool. A lonely owl hooted from a palm tree. Did Esau even know what he had lost? Jacob wasn't sure he himself understood, only that everything between them had changed. Esau walked away with a full stomach, but an empty future. Isaac grew old. His hair turned white as goat milk, and his eyes saw only shadows. One morning, a sharp cough shook his chest. Servants hurried to steady him. "Esau, my son," he wheezed, "hunt game for me. Cook the meal I love. Then I will bless you before I die." Esau's heart banged like a drum. He grabbed his bow and ran toward the hills. Behind a curtain, Rebekah listened, hand over her mouth. She remembered God's words. The older will serve the younger. Rebekah rushed to Jacob. "Quick, bring me 2 young goats. I'll cook father's favorite. You pretend to be Esau and receive the blessing." Jacob's eyes widened. "Mother, Esau is hairy. I'm smooth. If father touches me, he'll curse me." "Let any curse fall on me," she said. Her fingers worked fast, seasoning meat, tying goat skins on Jacob's arms and neck, dressing him in Esau's sweaty tunic. The strong smell of the field filled Jacob's nose. His knees shook, but he carried the dish to Isaac's tent. Inside the dim tent, 2 oil lamps flickered. Isaac raised his head. "Who are you, my son?" Jacob gulped. "I am Esau, your firstborn." "How did you hunt so fast?" "The Lord gave me success," Jacob lied. "Come near," Isaac said. Thick hands touched Jacob's rough coverings. The voice is Jacob's, but the hands are Esau's. Isaac sniffed the clothes. He smelled wild grass and sweat. Trust settled over him. He ate the meat, licked the grease from his fingers, then laid both palms on Jacob's head. "May God give you heaven's dew and earth's riches. May nations serve you. Be master over your brother." Jacob's chest burned with fear and thrill. He slipped out as fast as he could. Moments later, Esau pushed in, stew steaming in his hands. "Father, sit up and eat so you may bless me." Isaac stiffened. "Who are you?" "I'm Esau, your firstborn," Esau said, puzzled. A tremor ran through Isaac's frame. "Then who just brought me food?" Realization hit them both like a sandstorm. Esau let out a deep, aching cry. Tears rolled through dust on his cheeks. "Bless me too, Father, please," Isaac sobbed. "Your brother tricked me and took your blessing." Esau's sorrow turned to hot anger. "Isn't there anything left?" Isaac gave a smaller blessing, life far from rich soil, living by the sword. Esau wept until his voice cracked like dry wood. Night fell. Esau sharpened his knife by orange firelight. Each scrape rang like a warning bell. "When father is gone, I will kill Jacob," he muttered. Servants heard and told Rebekah. Heart racing, she pulled Jacob into a dark corner. "Your brother wants revenge. Run to my brother Laban in Haran. Stay there until Esau cools down." Jacob packed bread, dried figs, and a skin of water. Tears blurred his sight as he hugged his mother goodbye. Jacob got the blessing, but lost everything else. Jacob slipped away under moonless sky. Wind pushed sand across his footprints. Stars glittered like icy dust. He walked until legs burned. No tents, no warm fire, no brotherly laugh. Only quiet desert and guilt swirling inside. At last he lay on bare ground, using a smooth stone for a pillow. The night air tasted like iron. Jacob wondered if God still cared after all his lies. Sleep pulled him deep. Suddenly, a bright stairway stood on the earth, reaching into glittering heaven. Angels moved up and down, robes glowing gold. At the top stood the Lord. "I am the God of Abraham and Isaac." Came a strong, kind voice. "I will give you this land and many children. All families on earth will be blessed through you. I am with you wherever you go. I will bring you back." Light flooded Jacob's heart like warm oil. Grace pushed fear away. Jacob woke with a gasp. Dawn painted the sky pink and orange. "Surely the Lord is in this place, and I did not know it," he whispered. He set the stone upright and poured oil on it. Golden drops slid down rough edges. "This place is Bethel, God's house," he said. "If God keeps me safe and brings me home, He will be my God, and I will give Him 1/10 of all I gain." A soft breeze brushed his face, almost like a father's hand. Hope stirred. Staff in hand, Jacob walked toward far hills. Each footstep sank into cool sand, then lifted again. Steady, steady. Birds called from lone acacia trees. The rising sun warmed his back. Behind him, Esau paced cliffs with burning eyes. Ahead of him, Uncle Laban's tents waited. Between those places stood years of lessons, love, and change Jacob could not yet see. But one truth marched beside him. God keeps His word, even when people fail. No mistake is too big for God to redeem. When we turn back to Him, He gives us a future filled with hope. When hunger whispers, "Trade your future for a quick taste," remember Esau. When greed says, "Lie to grab what isn't yours," remember Jacob's lonely night on a stone pillow. And when shame claims you forever, remember the shining stairway. God still reaches down and writes new chapters. The story of Jacob and Esau is not just old history. It is a mirror, showing every heart the choice between short-term desire and lasting promise.